Hi, in this video, I would explain how we can add new policy, create new policy, and manage policies using the Health Stack platform. Here we can see a list of approved policies. You can toggle between the list of approved policies and pending policies by clicking on this button to display the appropriate lists. I'm going to click on Add New. This is the form for creating policy. A policy is either self-sponsored or sponsored by a corporate entity or a company. I would register a company-sponsored policy in this demonstration. I'll choose the plan type. Are we registering a policy for a group of individuals or a group of families? So I will say a group of families. What's the sponsor type? What type of organization is this company? Large enterprise, small enterprise, SME, association, or multinational? I would say, let's say, medium enterprise. What's the name of this corporate sponsor? Now, at this point, I'm assuming that we have already registered this corporate client, on the Health Stack platform. What we're doing here is we're establishing a relationship between the beneficiaries in this policy to their corporate sponsor. So I'll say the corporate sponsor name is Corp. Let's say Test Corp. And let's say we're registering plan premium, which is valued at 80,000 naira, per family, and it has been set at a 9-month duration where these families can enjoy this health plan at this cost for this amount of time. The next step is to add family. Now, add family means that you're adding more than one family. So if I click on add family, I'll get a policy form for one family. So this is one family on its own. A family has a principal and 4 dependents. So I'm going to add or create a principal. Search for client, meaning that does this client already exist on this platform? Do we have a record for this particular client? I'm not going to use that because I'm kind of using so let me see. Sample. The name of the client is sample. Sample name. No, sample test. The phone number is, let me say, 699. Email is sample at test.com. That is a non-existent email. Date of birth. I'll If you click on this button here, directional button, you can see a list of years dating back, to 1900s, so that you can choose a date of birth for this person. The gender is male, marital status is married, country I'll say Nigeria, residence I'll just say test, state I would choose Delta State, town Dukwa East, next of kin I'll say Mary. So, Mary tests, right? Mary tests. Next of kin phone number. Let me just use the same phone number. And client level, which is the level of privacy that this patient can enjoy at their various providers record. I'll say level 1 and I'll click register. This is me using a quick registration form. This registration can be done, using a quick form or a full registration form. If I click on this form, you can see it's a lot more detailed than the previous form. So I've just created a principal. Now it's time to add dependents for this particular principal. So the dependent is called Mary, last name is Test, phone number is this, email is Mary sample at tests.com. Date of birth, gender, female. I'll just try and be as fast. Tests, state, Delta, Ndukwa East, sample tests, and client level 1, and I'll just register. About to register, say okay. So I've just registered a dependent for this particular family. Let's say, this family is made up of just father and mother. I would click on add family to lists. This means that we are creating a list of families here. This is just family 1. Um, this is family 1. To add family 2, I'll click on add family. I'll enter principal. Let me just do 1. Try clients. @tests.com. Date of birth, gender, married, try, born, Rosa, Rosa, next of kin. That's just me trying to be fast here. 523. Client level 1. I'll click on register to register a principal for family 2. That was done successfully. It's time to add a dependent. The dependent will be baby try, baby client, phone number, email, test, date of birth, 2020, male, single, state is Borno, Goza, LG is Goza, country Nigeria. Oh my God, try. Next of kin, I just use this because of time. Client level 1, and I'll click on register. This is me registering a dependent for family 2. Now it's time to add this family to the list of families that we're registering for. Now that that has been done, you can see that this is a long list of 2 families, and this goes on. You can keep adding families. The same thing for self. If we were registering a plan for self, we would a policy for with a plan type for individuals, we will have add individual. You keep adding individuals here. So I'll save this, and we have successfully created 2 policies. To manage this policy further, you click on back, and you can find that policy in the list of pending policies. I'll click on pending policies to review the policies I've just created. You can tell the dates, the names that we used, sample and try. And I can click on this policy to approve it, to modify it. um, let's say I want to approve this policy. Policy has been approved by the admin of Anchor. You can tell the date it was approved. I can now set the start date and the end date for this policy. This policy starts on the 7th of June and ends 9 months later. 7th. So that is it. I'll just update. And this is how you can create a policy and maintain a policy. Something I did not do whilst I was creating policy was to add a provider to the list of the policies. Let me go back to the form and quickly show us how we can do that. But I'm not going to be creating anything. Plan plus, and this is a plan. This is a policy for individuals, and you can click on add individual. Once you've added the individual to the list, you can search and select providers that these individuals or these policy holders can visit. Let's say this policy holder can go to Test Laboratory, they can go to Foremost Base Hospital, they can go to Happy Hospital, Happy Clinic, and what have you. Let me quickly add an individual to this. Hi, and I'll register.